Hi beautiful people, welcome to Kate Space, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for coming along and crafting with me today. I am going to do a little work in my junk journal July. I'd really like to get this finished before I go away and get some videos up and maybe flip through done, and that could be while I'm away. I am doing prompt number 28, which is stenciling. I've already done the stenciling, and the 28th of July was my late father's birthday. He died earlier this year, most of you know that, and so for his birthday he would have been 82, but also it was my mum and dad's 60th wedding anniversary. So I drove to Auckland and stayed with my brother, and my brother and I went and got my mum and took her out for lunch, just so that she wasn't on her own on her first anniversary and birthday without dad. So I thought I would just write about that, or just kind of put something in this journal about that. I've printed out some photos. Some of these are my favourite photos of me with dad when I was little. And then there's one of mum and dad on their wedding day leaving the church, which I love this photo, and I know mum and dad love that photo too. And then this is the last photo I think I have with me with dad, which was in November, and he died in February. So it's not a particularly attractive photo of me, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. That's not important. So I'm going to put the photo of mum and dad on their wedding day here. And on the other side of this envelope I have typed a poem about death by Mary Elizabeth Fry. I am not going to read that out because I will I'll cry. Okay, I think some little photo corners. Ooh. Just take a minute. I think some little photo corners would be good on there. I've only got these brown ones. I got these at just at Kmart. I wonder what they'd look like if you put gold. Let's have a play. I've got my light on because it's really dark outside, and the sky's just opened. If I wait for a fine day to do my filming, it'll never happen. It doesn't happen very often anyway. So I'm just putting gold paste on there, so that makes them gold. That's quite nice. Try not to get it on the photo. I don't want to ruin the photo. Okay, I'll just clean my finger. Okay, so I know what I wanted to do. I had some corrugated cardboard somewhere cut into a small piece. Now I can't find it. There. And I'm going to put some white gesso on that. And I'm just going to use my finger again, because I don't want to just waste time getting water, and I only maybe I'll get a paintbrush. How is everybody today? I know I haven't done a video for a while. Starting to look forward to going away and seeing Michaela and Belly, which will be lovely. Belly's just growing and turning into a little babbling happy baby, chubby happy baby. I hope everybody's well and getting some crafting done and staying safe, staying cool if you're in the heat, because I know people are still getting the super hot weather. I've taken my mat away because it just leaves such a glare. Okay, so we need that to dry. I don't know whether I might just stick that down there, or whether it will be easier to work with it not in there. So let's move that aside and just work on the envelope. I thought I might just have it overhanging like that. I was gonna, yeah, but I'm not sure about the corrugated cardboard now. I might just keep it really simple. I think I do want to put something behind the photo. I have some of this very old 1800s, like a pantomime script. It's very, very cool, and I would have loved to have used some of this. My father was a drama teacher and made many productions, some of which I was in as a dancer. But I don't know how I can incorporate it. It looks quite nice around like that, but I think it'll be too big. Oh, let's just try it. I mean, I can only hoard this for so long before it needs to be used. So we could sort of trim it. I don't know, like that maybe. I'm just making it up as I go along, can you tell? So often with pages like this, I guess you really want them to be special, and then well, I put off doing them because I think I won't do a good enough job. But I'm trying to stop sort of thinking that and just get on and get these things down, because they're meaningful, and looking back it'll be good. I kind of like cast of characters. I know I'm covering up that whole envelope now, but that doesn't matter to me much. Where's the bottom of the envelope? There. Bridesmaids is down the bottom. How cute is that? That would be cool if you could see that. Funny the things we keep. So we've got this, and we've got the lace. Oh, my screen mirroring's stopped. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It was just not a great use of my money. I might just take that up there so you can see bridesmaids. I kind of like that. It almost doesn't need anything else. Of course, I love the staple holes. But maybe just a little bit something behind the photo. I had this, maybe some tulle. I did get out some tulle. I don't know, put the tulle over the top. And so round, that'd be quite nice. Kind of like that. That's kind of cute. And then I was going to have this with something on it, I don't know. I have these little words, but I don't think I want to cover that up. Maybe a little cluster here, I'm not sure. I hope you can see. But I might actually just take that to my sewing machine. I know I have covered up the majority of the envelope. We could take, if we take that down, does that make any difference? Not really. Might take a little bit off this side here. tulle over the top. So we've got the plain tulle, or I've got this dotty one. The white's quite cute. Make sure they don't have any on their face. Or do we just want to stay with the cream? Or shall we not have the tulle at all? I'm not sure. Quite like the dots. I might not. Okay, I might glue this anyway. I could put an English stamp there. I quite like that American stamp, but I wonder if I can get it off. No, I think I'm just worrying too much. That little pop of red's quite nice. Some little labels I made with some stamps, or maybe we'll just put a little bit of a cluster maybe. Down here with some flowers or something. I don't know. Right, but I think I'm just going to leave that like that. Right. Come on, Kate. Come on, come on, come on. Do it. Yeah. So I've been to the gym yesterday and today. I've been trying to go because I didn't really get there earlier this week. And I have to admit, if I'm really honest, that the days I go to the gym, my mindset, my frame of mind is much better, and that's always been the case, and I don't know why I don't make more of an effort to go. Now, how do we have the lace? Do we want it like that? I kind of want it poking over the edge. But we can have it up a bit higher. We want to see cast of characters, and we want to see bridesmaids. So I might just chop that bit off. There we go, gone. Just like that. Yeah, I'd like to get my July journal finished before August. I think that is a good goal. I've been using this tissue behind some things I've been making for my tag books, and I put them up on Instagram. These, I've been using some religious prayer cards, and yeah, I'm not a religious sort of person, but they're such pretty cards. Do I want some tissue behind this paper? This is just something that came, I don't know, it's from a package. I can't even remember what the package was. And I kept it, obviously. Yeah, I don't know if that will... You want a little bit more. I might just put a little tiny bit behind, just so it's peeking out, just for one more layer. What do we say? More is more. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, I'm going to glue that onto there. a glue stick yesterday, and I forgot to pick some up after the gym. And so David was out, and I said, oh, are you anywhere near the Warehouse Stationery, which is kind of a place that stocks the Scotch Create glue. So can you go and get me a glue stick? He said, yeah, what do you want? So I sent him a photo of the Scotch Create, and he gets there and he goes, no, they have about 7 different types of glue stick, but not that one. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so typical. I find it so frustrating that they have something 1 minute and then they don't have it the next minute. So anyway, David got me these Amos ones. My sister Jo says these are good. So, and then he also got me an Alma's glue stick. He said, these were the cheapest. How about you try these? I said, oh, I don't know if they're any good. He said, well, trial it on something and then just see. Whoops, I don't want too much fabric glue seeping through. So I've got some Alma's glue stick. I don't know what everyone else uses. I hate the thought of anything I've made coming apart, but then I guess, you know, like Rachel from Roxy Creations says, if something comes unstuck, most people have glue and they can glue it back down. You know, as long as something's not falling apart. If something lifts, I guess it's not that big a deal. Oops, I've covered up my bridesmaids. Don't want to cover up my little bridesmaids. Oh, that's silly, isn't it? I mean, no one's even probably going to ever notice it. I might though when I come back and have a look. Do I want the photo corner or not after I don't know if I want. Oh, I probably can't now because I've put the tissue on, so that. Oop. No, I think it looks a bit weird. What about just a brown one? Okay, I'm just gonna have to not have that. Right, just put a little bit of a bend in the picture. I'm just gonna age it up a bit, I've decided. I've printed this on Epsom matte photo paper. Epsom matte presentation paper, I mean. You can't get matte photo paper. Alright, so there we go. I think I'll have to glue that down maybe with, do you think art glitter glue or maybe the acetone based glue, this Helmer's one. I'll try that. Excuse me while that just decides to come out. There we go. So yeah, down in the South Island there's been some real big storms and flooding. We haven't had that, weather hasn't been as extreme as that, but it has been quite wet and wild. Okay, so we've got our little front bit. I haven't done any stenciling on here. It would be quite nice, but it's probably a little bit late now, so that's okay. I've got my stenciling here. And this is going to open out. So it's a flip with the poem. And then we're going to have maybe these photos. So the stenciling up there is pretty much covered up, but that's okay. Whoop. Or we could have that in a, no, that's not going to work. Okay, so I need to glue that down, I think. And then we need I don't know which photo. I think this one must be. Who would know which is where I'm youngest? Okay, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this, but I am going to, how about I just glue that down anyway. It was actually really hard to stencil on there because of the angle, which I guess is the one of the things that does become a problem when your journal is bulky. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing next. I'm just going to put the lid on my glue. And I think I will stop the camera here and just have a little think about what I'm going to do next. I'm back. I've had a little rummage around and I thought I would just go back to doing a little stitch snippet. This is a piece of super pale blue lining that was behind some blue lace. Part of a dress bodice. I think Lynn gave me that and I love it. It's so gauzy and delicate, but I'm actually wondering if that might need to go there. Then I've got this, a little bit of pattern, sewing pattern tissue that I've gathered up. I already had that done. And this is a piece of one of my favourite vintage trims that I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack when I cut it. How silly is it? So I might just stitch this up. I don't know whether to put, I think I'll put this underneath just so it's layered up. I don't think I'm going to use all the photos that I've got there. I might slip them into the envelope maybe, and I'll just leave the envelope. I don't think I've got anything specific I want to put in there, but if I think of something I can always put it in there another day. Right. So when I'm just stitching, I just gather it up as I go. Sometimes I pin it depending on what I'm doing, but mostly not. In fact, see, you're not even going to see that under there. So we'll gather it up that way. Be good to see it, be able to see some of it. I think. And I prefer stitching to gluing, things like this. I just like the process of the stitching as well as how it looks, and knowing that it will stay put and there's no glue showing through. Right, so that's going over the top. Yeah, so you're not really going to see this, the little bit of ribbon underneath. A little bit at the top there. Let's just pull that up like that so you see that bit, and then I'm just gonna stitch this if I can. Oops, what have I done? Oh, torn it. It's okay. All is not lost. I think I need to finish that off and then start again to stitch the top ribbon on. Come up through there. Back down and then just I'm just going to tie it here. Okay, maybe not. Why can't I get that to come through? I'll tie it in a knot. There we go. Okay, that's good. So this is a pocket here. I think I'll leave it as a pocket. I might write something here, even though I don't love my writing. I'm just trying to get over the fact that I feel like it ruins what I'm making. Because again, who actually looks at this? I'm probably the only person who's ever gonna look back on this. And yeah, so maybe my writing will bother me because I'm looking back on it, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. At the moment, I'm just trying to get myself in gear, sort of moving forward with creating. I feel like even if I'm just doing sort of something, just anything really, and then inspiration and etc. will come. And just, yeah, enjoying the process, enjoying just being able to do stuff like this, and really realizing how lucky I am to be able to just create and spend the time doing these things. Got so many little projects on the go. After this, I am going to try and finish my tag books that went from making 1 to making 2 to making 3. So I've got 3 little tag books to finish, and I really did want to finish them today. Today's Friday. I'm really not sure whether that will happen. Well, it will if I get a wriggle on, but that hasn't been, I haven't been fast at all. Everything seems to be, everything feels hard and difficult. I'm not stressed about it because I know it happens to everybody all the time. Well, not all the time, but you just have moments where things feel difficult. Whether it's in your life or personal life or creative life or work. I don't know if I want, try not to use those on scissors. I don't know if I want these or not. I kind of like that there. I don't know if I love the word. This one says beautiful, but I've torn that one a little bit, but that's okay because I'll probably take the sandpaper to it anyway, like this. And I've got this little bit of snippety thing which actually was going to go on here. I was actually going to see if I could tie the tiniest little bow with this, but I think my clumsy chubby fingers, oh, maybe. There you go. Tiny, teeny tiny bow. I think I'm in danger of putting a bow on everything at the moment. I love them. I don't know why. Kylie from Paper Daisy Journals is the queen of the bows, and always seems to place them beautifully. I do like that. Okay, so I'll stitch that one while I'm at it. What did I do with my needle? Oh, there we are. Hopefully you're not too bored, but that's okay. People can turn off and go somewhere else. I can't remember if I told you what we did for David's birthday or not. We went up to a place called Cape Kidnappers, the restaurant up there, which is near here. Oh, I think I have told you all. I'm starting to repeat myself. I can't remember if I've told you or not. Oh well, I better not tell you again just in case I have, because that would be a bit boring for you all. Oh, I probably need blue thread to do this one. Okay, let's take that out. So just going back to Dad's birthday weekend this year, in April, at the end of July, we had a bit of a do at my brother's place, who lives in Auckland, because two of my daughters sort of live up there, and it seemed like the easiest place to do it. They've got a biggish house. So we quite a few of us managed to get there. Some couldn't make it, but those who could did. And my brother cooked a big Christmas turkey dinner, because that was Dad's sort of signature dish. He was the king of the Christmas turkey dinner. And so Kirsten and Mum, because Mum was there at that stage, had to try and find a turkey. So I think in the end she rang a few places, and the company that provides chickens and turkeys and things said, oh, the supermarket's just ordered some, so there should be some there. And there they were, and it was giant, huge turkey. So yeah, Andy cooked that, and I love that. I feel like it needs something else under there. I was thinking the number, but I guess it doesn't matter if you can't see it. I love that too. Right, let's glue some of this down. Yeah, and my daughter, who's at uni, Lily, my youngest, she had sort of contacted me and said, are we getting anything, because 60th wedding anniversary is diamond. And I had thought about it, but I just couldn't really think about what I wanted or where I would get it. Anyway, she works in a jeweler's part-time, and I said, well, I would love to get Mum a locket. that we could put a photo of Dad or Dad and her, and so we managed to find one actually at the shop where she works, and of course she gets a really good discount, so that was really cool. So we presented that to Mum, which, you know, was a little bit emotional, but it was good. And I just, you know, we got her a sort of a chain that's a little bit stronger than what you would normally have maybe on that, because not bulky, but just because Mum works in the garden a lot. She still does a lot of gardening. Sorry if I'm going out of screen. I haven't got my computer with the screen on it because, like I said before, it's stopped. Do I want that there or do I want it here? Where's the... I do want a rusty something. Can't help myself. I'm all about the rust. Yeah, so that was nice, and she loved it. And we had a fun evening. Talked a little bit about Dad and had a bit of a laugh, and yeah, it was good. It was a good time. Actually, on the actual day of Dad's birthday, when we went to pick her up, I said to Mum, we got back to Auckland, and I said, oh, would you like to go to the movies? There's a movie on that I really want to see and I think you'd like it. And she was like, oh yeah, that'd be good. And Kirsten and Andy, my brother and his wife, live really close to the movie theatre. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought because I'm trying to do this. And so we jumped in the car. I went online actually and looked in the theatre that the movie was on. It's Where the Crawdads Sing. I don't know if any of you have read the book, or I think it's Delia Owens, Where the Crawdads Sing. And I listened to the book. I listen to audiobooks when I go walking, and in the car if I'm going on a long trip. And it's a beautiful book. I love it. I think I'm going to put that there. Yep, I'm just going to do it because otherwise we'll still be thinking about this in an hour's time. And it was, yeah, and I really wanted to see the movie, and I think someone on Instagram had seen it and said it was good. So the theatre that it was showing in was one of the ones where they have really comfy seats, like flash seats. So they had you could have a double day bed. Didn't need that. Or a single day bed. I thought that was a bit extreme. Or leather recliners. So I booked us both a leather recliner, and we jumped in the car and went to the movies. And yeah, we both really enjoyed it. I bawled my eyes out pretty much, you know, quite a lot, because I do that at movies. That's just, I'm a bit soppy. Anything sort of makes me cry like that. It's just the way I am, just the way I'm made. And also there is a point where there's actually a funeral scene. One of the women in the movie, her husband dies. He's old and he dies, and yeah, so I'm thinking, oh, so that was a bit, Mum said that was a bit tender, but you know, it was actually a really nice thing to do. We had bit of popcorn and we sat there with our feet up, and yeah, it was a really nice way to pass some time, because you know, it was a hard day for Mum. So that was good. That was the Thursday, and then on the Friday I picked David up from the airport, so he flew up on the Friday and we stayed in town that day. I don't know if I want these on here or not. We stayed in town on the Friday, went out for dinner, which was kind of average. We were a little bit disappointed with the dinner. Okay, so I do want to put a photo here So that one, I think I love this one. So let's go with, I think that's just going to be too bulky if we do that. Okay, so I'm going to start with just maybe putting some of that tissue paper behind it, because that's just what I'm doing at the moment, so I may as well stick with it. Oh, we got up on the Saturday morning and went and watched Ella play soccer. Yep, and they didn't win that game, but felt like I'd done a good thing by going and watching her, because the other weekend we'd been in Auckland, we hadn't gone and watched her, and she'd won and got player of the day. Typical, the day I don't go. Anyway, went and watched her play football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. And then, yeah, we did a little bit of shopping. David needed some shoes because he's booked himself in to do a run in January, I think it is, called, oh, what's it called? Can't remember now. Anyway, it's a long sort of mountainous sort of half marathon-y type thing. Needless to say, I'm not doing it. I'm not interested in doing any more half marathons. I've run a few half marathons, nothing too major, and certainly I think the last one I did was the one that finally made my knee so sore. Okay, so we've got a little bit of tissue behind the photo just to give it a little bit of texture. You don't want to cover up the actual only stenciling that we've got, which is there now because the rest has been covered up, but I could add some more. It's just tricky. There we go. Oh, I'll attach the, how about we just attach the tissue to the back of the photo. It up a bit so it's a bit, yeah, I like that. Maybe a bit of book cage, a little bit of book page maybe. Book page and that there. Yep, I'm going to commit. And, oops, sorry. Glue there and just glue this piece of old receipt on because I like it, no other reason. And maybe a bit of old sellotape also because I like it. There you go, there's an old piece there. Just gonna glue that like that. Oops, I just dropped my pin out of my art glitter glue, which I seem to do all the time. Got a few spare ones, but not that many. I don't know which side's up. I think I'm going to go that way. That's the tear there. And just pop me and Dad there. like that. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I think that's okay. That's basically how I work in my journals. Oh dear, we've just lost a whole glob of glue down there. Okay, I'll pick up my pin. There we go. So I haven't really gone over onto this page again. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it like that, and I'll maybe write something there, but I probably wouldn't do that on camera anyway. I've made a jolly mess. I hope you enjoyed that little process video of just me going about my journaling and my junk journal July. I've got a few more pages to go and a few more that I don't know, have I shown? Yeah, these have all been on Instagram, but I will do a flip through. As you can see, I've done the usual thing and made it a bit fat for the spine. But I've enjoyed working in it. It's been fun. I've just been a bit slow, that's all. Right. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you again soon in the next video. Bye.